Hey guys, nice to see y'all. So what do you want to talk about?
If you have a question, raise your hand.
I can tell you that I went back to Oklahoma State for a camp with my two sons, and that was the last time that I was there. I will look forward to taking a team onto the field there. This is it's going to be a very quality out undertaking and a big game plan.
How long ago was that?
Couple years. So
If you have a question, raise your hand, and we'll bring a mic to you. Kevin?
I'm sorry. I just want to follow up on what Coach said.
Uh,
It's like an official question.
You brought up,
Like that's the first official question.
well, it doesn't
Good
have to be
point.
official. You brought up Oklahoma State. Just what's the significance of this return for you? Because obviously that's kind of where you got started.
well, there's a number of people there that are good friends, and it's a special place. You know, the Mike Holder, the AD's a real quality administrator, and of course Mike Gundy's a friend, and so this will be a heck of a game.
How closely have you followed just what Gundy's done there over the?
Oh,
past
I've watched all their any games that I could get to. I watched. So, Mike's done a great job with the program, just taking it to heights that that you'd want your program at. So,
Obviously, you guys just had the bye week. What were you really hoping to accomplish with that extra time?
want to get some guys that little Nick that would like to get fresh health and vitality that we got accomplished. We scrimmaged and practiced a good bit and moved the program ahead.
Les, I've got two questions. First, you said you were going down to the football camp with your sons. I don't think anybody asked you about Manny going in and scoring that touchdown there late last week.
Yeah.
Second of all, your birthday was yesterday.
Well, one's good news, one's bad news. It's kind of because I talked to both. I suffered another birthday. It's that happens. So glad to be amongst you. So, but Manny goes into the game after Carter gets nicked and engineers a nice little drive, and they get down in there and hand the ball to the fullback, and Manny says, that just goes to show you that my dad loves my brother better than me. So, and then next play or so, he goes in, and that was great fun. The score was the wrong score to celebrate. It was that's the bad news. So, but Manny did what we asked him to do. He did a good job.
Any questions?
Corian Harris left the Kansas State game. Just wondered if you had an update on his health.
Much improved. I think he's day to day.
Jesse?
Hey, Les, I just wondered, you've gotten a chance to know Carter now. I guess what would you say about him to somebody who hasn't met him? Just what kind of person is he?
Tough, competitive leader, talented enough to do the things that need being done. So, looking forward to seeing him play in this one.
I also just wondered, he had a chance to grad transfer anywhere, and probably when he had to make the decision, wasn't the leader, I guess. Did you have conversations with him to talk to him at that point to say,
Well, he read it wisely, and I said when I came into the program, you know, he would be the heir apparent. So why would you abdicate and go someplace else? Because that was the case. You know, he had played most, and his film was pretty good, and so he decided to stay and work out, and was behind at you know at a point, and was very confident to really to take back the job that he had finished second and first second. So it was it was a wise move, because it puts him in the position that he's in right now, leading the team and playing virtually every snap.
Coach, with 3 games left, is there a chance that Drew Prox or Jeremiah McCullough makes a return to the team, or are they going to miss the rest of the season?
Yeah, Jeremiah McCullough will miss the rest of the season. I am not certain of Drew Prox. We would consider if we could make this a redshirt opportunity, and if that's the case, he will not come back.
Coach, a lot of talk about fast starts or faster starts. What'd you get done during the bye week in that regard? And I think you mentioned you were talking about changing up practices or parts of it.
We talked about that at length even this morning, and we have a practice that starts in a predictable form and finishes in the same way, and I don't know, by putting one in front of the other that makes a difference. So, but we're changing up a little.
Are you seeing positive results, or does it have to show on
Yeah,
game day
yeah,
for you to know?
It has to be their game day. So, but the best offense that we have is when, all cylinders are operating. Puka's carrying the ball. We have 4 or 5 receivers that can go onto the field and make big plays, and we have Carter who can make the pass. So that's the best way that this that this offense operates.
Coach, coming up against a running back like Chuba Hubbard, what do you need to see out of this front 7?
Well, our front seven's got to make tackles. I mean, it's he's a talented back, and one of the best backs in the league, certainly. So, yeah, the defense is going to be a great test.
Coach, I wanted to ask you a little bit about Gavin Potter, just kind of his development from when he was really forced out there, and you've obviously stuck with him. What kind of growth have you seen from him? He's going to be that kind of linebacker. He's a guy that's long, wiry, fast, 2-time state champion in the state of Oklahoma, a physically strong guy. So, and he's bright as a whip, and he's a guy that learns well. I think he'll play linebacker here for a number of years. What are kind of like the weaknesses that he has to get over while he's playing right now as a true freshman?
Well, the weaknesses that most guys have are there needs to be an aggressive point. You have to know when to shoot the gun, to make the play, press to make the play. That's not a weakness of his in any way. He is an aggressive person by nature, and he'll pull a trigger routinely.
Coach, if you go back to the days that you were at Oklahoma State to now, what's been the thing you've learned most?
That the earth is round, generally speaking. So there's some areas where it's flat, but mostly round.
what I learned is that, it's something that everyone knows. Quality people, people that care about the team, people that work hard day to day. That those are the guys that you want to turn to and count on, and that's the thing that I learned most.
Was that an OSU teaching about the earth round thing, or?
No, it wasn't at all. Yeah, I've learned that taking the field with a team that wants to compete, fight like hell, is just a blast. And I kind of knew that.
Hey, your first time really in a few weeks. You guys had those few games in a row where you really built up some momentum. This is kind of the first time in a while that you've kind of had to bounce back. What maybe is the key to kind of getting it back on track and kind of heading in the direction that you want this thing to go?
Well, you have to address it, and you have to make sure that the position group is squared away, and you take stock in each step that you're taking, and I think his football team's ready to play games and wants to get back out to form. So.
Any other questions?
Just, you guys only have 3 games left on the schedule. Do you sense kind of some urgency as you guys are practicing, and there's just so little time left in the season right now? And I know guys have talked about winning 6 games, and you obviously
Yeah.
would have to win out.
Yeah, well, we want to play well and demonstrate the ability of a real quality football team. And if we do that, the opportunity to win the games that we want to win will be there. So we have to. It's not let's win games. It's let's practice hard. Let's improve. Let's get this thing done. Let's take it to the field as a team. Let's everybody in their seat that they're currently sitting in improve, and then now, we're looking at a different team, and a team that's used the bye week effectively, and now as we get into game week, we'll practice the things that we've practiced last week. So.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.